Good morning, and welcome to another Sandia Mountain Natural History Center quick trip. This morning we are floating down the Rio Grande River. One of the best views of the Sandia Mountains that you can get is actually from here on the river. Believe it or not, yesterday we had snow in the Sandias, about 4 inches, and about 50-mile-an-hour winds. Today, here we are floating on a beautiful, quiet day on the Rio Grande. So I've learned a lot of things already on this trip. One of the things I've learned is that ducks do not like to get their picture taken and fly off before you can get anywhere near them. It's been frustrating. The river is very low, and really have to pick your line through to make sure you don't run aground. There's a lot of sandbars and islands in between. New Mexico is in the middle of a pretty severe drought, so making sure that you find your line through is pretty important. Well, just saying how important it is to watch where you're going and not run aground. And we have run aground. These semi-submerged trees in the river are some of the most dangerous obstacles that you can face, because they can cut a hole in your boat or catch you, flip you, and trap you underwater. Have to be very careful around those. There are actually 2 herons here. There goes one. So we're counting down the river miles. We're at 195.5. So maybe we should just stay on the river and float all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. I might be late for dinner though if I do that. These metal structures that we can see on the shore that look like World War II anti-tank defenses are actually something called jetty jacks. And jetty jacks were installed to try and reduce erosion along the river. We've since come to learn that sometimes that erosion and flooding is good. And there's a effort going on right now to try and remove as many of these as possible, but some still remain. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but there's our first evidence of beavers. That's a beaver slide where they slide into the river. You can also see some chewed up trees there. The Rio Grande does have a significant population of beavers, but they're not like a traditional beaver that builds dams and lodges. They live more on the banks of the river. I may have spoken too soon earlier about beavers. That certainly looks sort of like a beaver lodge. Could also be just a spot where all those sticks seem to wash up, but that seems unlikely. Not sure if you can tell, but there's another pile of those sticks. Could be more beaver evidence. Probably is beaver evidence. There's even another pile of sticks in there. tons of beaver slides as well. They like these islands that are in the middle of the river because the island offers them the protection that they need from things like coyotes. There's a kingfisher on that tree. Hopefully you can see that. I wish I had better zoom. I believe that may be a golden eagle. All right, we're gonna try a little experiment and see what the Rio Grande River looks like underwater. We'll see. Up ahead, we can see the river divides into 3 different channels. Those channels are really important because they help slow the water down. And that slower water is important for certain species, especially species like the Rio Grande silvery minnow and other endangered species that we have here in New Mexico along the Rio Grande. So those species like and need that slow water, and one of the reasons why they're endangered is because we have straightened the river, taken a lot of the curves out, and now the river moves much faster and there isn't as much habitat for those silvery minnows. So these little backwaters are important. Well, we stopped here for a little lunch break, and it's really amazing when you stop and think about that we are in the largest metropolitan area in the state of New Mexico, and yet it feels like we're out in the middle of nowhere. We have the Sandias as a backdrop, floating along the river. I haven't seen a soul out here. It's quiet and peaceful. Just goes to show you that wild places don't have to be super far away. They can literally be right in the middle of a city. These old growth cottonwoods are really tall and majestic, but a lot of people don't realize that the bosque ecosystem is in jeopardy because these trees have a lifespan, and many of them are reaching that lifespan of about 60 or 70 years. So this ecosystem may be changing dramatically in the coming years. These are migratory geese, either snow geese or Ross's geese. But they're migratory. They migrate from down or up north. They come down here to beautiful New Mexico for the winter.